Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Life is Strange. In the last episode, we arrived at the beach, ready to give Frank his money and hopefully get the cypher to his logbook. Now, how exactly Max is planning on accomplishing that, I have no idea, bearing in mind that the logbook is something we stole from Frank. I can't imagine he'd be too happy to learn that we had it, so what exactly Max is planning, I have no idea, but you know, we're gonna go along with it. Also, let me start my timer. There we go. Now, I do believe there should be a picture of the whales that we can take. I can't see the registration.
So now we have to see Frank all the way out here.
Yeah, we do.
There might not be any Pan Estates by Saturday.
Stop Pan Estates. Thanks to local industry, the shores of Arcadia Bay are now unfit for fish, birds, and even whales. It's time to stop the Pan Estates development that is leading to the destruction of jobs, lives, and resources. Join the peaceful protest at the Pan Estates HQ. Media and families welcome. Noon, Saturday, October 12th. They got this flyer out really quick. Bearing in mind the whales they only washed ashore today. Like, whoever made this flyer, they were working very quickly. Also, just in case anyone's interested, my throat is doing a lot better. It's still a little bit scratchy, however, it's nowhere near as sore as it was last week. I'm very glad I decided to take, a couple of extra days off. Hello?
This is where my nightmare started.
Hiking trail to the lighthouse. It's a 15-minute walk. Easy trail is blue, hard trail is red. No camping, do not feed the animals. Fair. Hello?
I may not know quantum speak, but there has to be an explanation.
The explanation, my dear, is that you are fucking about with time, and I'm gonna keep saying that.
No worries, sign.
No parking on the beach. Hello? Excuse me? I don't want to look at that whale, I want to look at this one. There we go.
I may not know quantum speak, but there has to be an explanation.
Damn. That's just sad. Okay. Yeah, we read this page. So after getting the inside info and assist from the other members of our team, Chloe and I made our way to the boys' dorm, aka Nathan's lair. Chloe stood guard out in the hall and I stealthed my way into Nathan's room. And even though I've become a master spy and detective, I still get surprised by things I see or find, like Nathan's sleek, expressionist bro cave. It was like walking from light to shadow in a single step. I swear I could feel the temperature drop the second I walked in. But then, Nathan knows photography, and he knows you have to keep the film and equipment chilled. I store my instant film hoard in Mr. Jefferson's classroom. Speaking of cold stuff, Nathan's room was layered in creepy shit. The disturbing but impressive photos, all the evidence from his father's bullying, and probably the most important clue we could ever find, Nathan's phone, likely loaded with messages and mysteries. It's not a good thing that I've internalized spying and stealing so casually over the past week. Everyday hero, am I right? And that's when Nathan Prescott showed up. He looked so wild-eyed and out of control that I felt a twinge of sympathy that he clearly needed help. But then I remembered he was also an asshole and had... Let's try that again. But then I remembered he was also an asshole and had been extremely dangerous to me, Chloe, and Kate. So before I had to rewind, Warren entered the scene and my white knight headbutted Nathan in perfect payback. I couldn't believe it. Neither could Nathan. In fact, Warren literally did go 8 all over Nathan's face. It wasn't cool, but my nerves were so frayed from the week and I was so over all the Blackwell bullies that I didn't try to stop Warren from beating Nathan into submission. Warren had his own issues to work out on Nathan. I didn't like seeing Nathan crying on the floor. Yes, he had the gun. I believe it was Killer Cake. I'm 99% sure it was you, Killer Cake, who said that, Nathan pulled the gun. That's, intent to kill in most cases, He kind of deserved it. And I do agree, Nathan deserved a beatdown. He's been acting horribly. He has done some incredibly dangerous shit, and he did pull a gun on the group. However, it's just... Maybe I'm a bit soft-hearted, I don't know, but seeing him crying on the floor in so much distress, that got to me a little bit. That got to me, and but we couldn't let him have the gun. That was my main thing. I didn't want it to end when Nathan still had access to that gun. I really don't know why Chloe didn't just grab the gun as soon as it had been kicked from Nathan's hands, because that's what I would have done. I would have grabbed for the gun and then ran off with it. That was just a messy situation. That was so messy. God damn. I don't know why Max didn't, now that, when she knew that, oh shit, Nathan's coming, why didn't she try and let's hide in the boys' bathroom? Let's try and hide in Warren's room. We know he's here. At least I do, because I have future vision. I don't know why she didn't try and leg it.
It blows my mind that I was just here with Chloe in an alternate reality.
Oh, yeah. Also, was there something on the floor? This! Okay, the beach ball.
Oh, poor little beach ball.
Rip. Anything else? We have this whale.
Those beached whales look so awful, but still so majestic.
But I noticed we could look at the window round the back here. Oh yeah, it's where we wrote "I'm so dirty."
I don't think Frank listened to my cleaning advice. It's not funny anyway.
I think that's pretty funny. I think that's cute. I mean, you could have, drawn a dick or some boobs or written "fuck you" on the window. No, you just made a cute little, oh, I'm dirty and I'm sad about it sign. I think that's better than what you could have written, Max.
Good thing there are no actual cops around to bust us.
No swimming. Due to recent coastal events, the Arcadia Bay City Council has closed the beaches to any wading, surfing, or swimming. This is for the safety of both the marine life and the public. Violators will be subject to a fine and/or imprisonment. Damn, they're really taking this seriously, which they should. To have... 1 second, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... That's either 8 or 9. I can't tell if that's a rock in between the two whales. But they have almost 10 whales stranded on their beach. They should be taking that seriously. That is distressing.
Behold, Frank's beer garden.
God, don't litter on the beach. Especially considering you have a dog. If your dog runs over that and cuts up its paws, you're not going to be laughing then, are you, matey?
Can't see inside with this shit blocking the view.
It's almost like he's a drug dealer and doesn't want people looking into his home.
Take the trash out sometime, dude. This is where Frank ponders his existence and gets drunk. Oh, fresh meat. So Pompidou must be okay. Good doggy.
Yeah, we did have the option to let Pompidou get into an accident. No, Pompidou may be a rather scary dog, but they don't deserve to get ran over by a truck. That's just fucked.
Chloe looks ready to rumble.
Okay, let's get into this. I remember that this can go very badly, so I'm a bit wary.
Oh, look. The Wonder Twins. You should have come alone.
She's my partner.
Yeah, or bodyguard. So let's get to business. Where's my fucking money?
Give it. We don't want to piss him off. Especially when we want something from him.
Oh, I thank you. That wasn't so hard now, was it? And let's not do any more business again. Now, if you excuse me.
Frank? Could we ask you a couple quick questions?
You have some serious lady balls. No. Jesus, okay. But I'm not getting you high.
Frank, we're not here to get high.
No, you don't look like the type. Not like Chloe here. So what do you hardy boys want?
Just the names of some of your clients.
Oh, is that all? Oh, well, why didn't you just tell me? How about I just give you the keys to my RV while I'm at it?
Oh. Oh, shit. We're not going to tell him he already did, because like I said, this can go very badly. And I would like to avoid that. I'm drawn to you don't get it or I'm sorry. I feel like help or else he's just going to get aggressive. You already did. He's going to get confused, which means he's probably going to get aggressive. I'm drawn to I'm sorry.
Listen, Frank. I'm sorry to be such a nuisance, but this is important.
Yeah, everything's important these days. But I can tell you're not bullshitting me.
There's no time for that, Frank. I just need a little bit of information.
Yeah, well, it always starts with just a little. And Chloe here knows all about that, don't you?
Come on, Frank, this isn't about me now.
Yeah, right, okay. Both of you are giving me a headache. No deal.
Frank, we didn't come here to fight. This is so much bigger than us.
What, you come in peace? After you aimed a fucking gun at me and then pulled the trigger.
Oh, yeah, that's coming back to bite us in the arse. Oh, he's not gonna buy the fact that, like, oh, we knew there were no bullets. He's not gonna buy that for a second. He's not gonna buy that for a single solitary second. I'm drawn to you scared me or helping Chloe. You scared me as like, oh, I was frightened. And he might appreciate the, like, okay, you're admitting that you were afraid. Like, I get that sincerity, that rawness. You're showing weakness there, so I know you're not bullshitting me. However, I'm worried that you scared me could be like, oh, it's your fault I shot at you, because you scared the shit out of me. That's kind of why I'm like, helping Chloe, I wonder if maybe Max could, like, I was helping Chloe. Like, I'd do anything for her. Wouldn't you do anything for Rachel? Surely you can understand that. Gonna take a risk.
I was helping Chloe after you threatened to cut her.
Oh, shit.
Remember?
You know, you're lucky all I brought was a knife. Otherwise, you and your girlfriend wouldn't even be bothering me. You really think you're tough shit, girlie.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Dude, get off her ass. She was protecting me. You've got a knife and God knows what else. Are you really afraid of Max here?
Okay, we're cool for now. But my dog isn't. And if you try any shit, he will bite your head off. He's done it before.
We're only here to talk. I wouldn't mess with your dog.
Shit, you wouldn't have time. You like dogs?
Ooh. If we say, oh, Pompidou is cute, he's gonna be like, how did you know that? Pompidou's dog bowl is in my trailer. How the fuck did you get in my trailer? So, no. That's a trick question. Don't go with Pompidou is cute. We know that he rescued the dog. That Pompidou was a fighting dog and he rescued a load of them and kept Pompidou for himself.
Of course I do. I heard you even rescued a bunch of fight dogs. That's amazing.
No, alright, it was just the right thing to do. I couldn't stand to see those poor animals treated like slaves. That's how I came to own Pompidou.
That's very cool, Frank. Your dog is lucky you came along.
Maybe we can focus on rescuing Rachel now?
Rachel? Is that why you're really here?
Yes, we're so close to finding her now, Frank. We need all the help we can get now, especially from you.
You and Chloe do not know Rachel like I did, and I couldn't even help her. You're in way over your heads. Why don't you just go play in your clubhouse?
Oh, shit. Shit. Again, I don't want to go with what are you hiding. That's very, like, it's confrontational. We want to avoid that. We shouldn't bring up Rachel's letter because, again, he's going to be like, how the fuck do you know about that? That was in my RV. I feel like we either need to go with you know Rachel or the bracelet. But again, I'm like, bracelet to me, that doesn't indicate whether that's like, oh, you have her bracelet, she trusted you, help us, Frank. Or if that's, you have her bracelet, you're clearly involved in this, fuck you, Frank. Oh, God. I think we need to make him feel necessary. He is necessary to us finding her. So again, I'm going to take a bit of a risk here.
Frank, you knew Rachel almost better than anybody. And you know more than us. Together we could find her. Do you have anything to lose?
When Rachel vanished, I pretty much lost everything. I can't stand not knowing where she is. Not hearing her voice or her laugh anymore.
We can change all that. It's up to you.
Help us find her, Frank. Please. We really need your client list.
Well, if there's a chance in hell, you two dorks can find Rachel. Yeah, I'll take it. My dog isn't barking at you, so I guess that's a good sign.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. Seriously.
It's hard to take you characters seriously, but I want to. Good luck.
Ooh. Well, that went well. Shit.
That was cool Frank gave up the code to help us. Rachel must have seen something good in him.
Damn, I'm surprised that went so well, because here's the thing, that can end with Chloe shooting Frank. It can end with Chloe shooting Pompidou. I believe it can also end with Frank stabbing Chloe. That one I might have made up, but I get the feeling that, like, Frank stabs Chloe and that's like, you have to rewind, but Chloe shooting Pompidou and Frank, that's something you can keep. You can end with that and be like, yeah, that's what happened, if you can't figure out the correct responses to get him to give you the code willingly. Oh shit, I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with how that ended. Nice. I'm pretty surprised I got that on my my first go around. Hey! Yeah, we can go right, left.
Chloe, are you okay?
I'm glad things worked out okay with Frank. It's nice to have one less enemy in Arcadia Bay.
Amen to that. I better focus on this board and start tying these clues together.
Oh. Hello. Hi, Max. Just wanted to see how the search was going. Dude, how did you get my number? Sir! Thanks, Frank. We're getting closer. I see why Chloe digs you. Stop by later if you both want to party, and good luck. And now we're being offered drugs. Frank! Frank, what the hell? Okay, buddy. That's fucking weird, but go off. God, we had a not-so-aggressive conversation. I'll offer them drugs. Nice. Okay.
We've printed everything we need. Now it's time to focus on the big board.
But first...
Chloe's on a roll to find more clues about Rachel now that we're so close.
Hey Max, see if you can put together all those Rubik's clues. Just holla if you need any info while I go online to make sure we haven't missed anything.
Okay. Ooh.
Sorry, we got Frank on our side without using you.
Damn straight we did. Okay, we have Frank's clues, David's clues, and I believe that was Nathan's clues. Let's start at the top,
Max,
I guess.
I know we can snap all these pieces together.
Roger that. I'm gonna study the board and try to connect all these dots.
Yeah, I'm on it. Don't worry, ladies. Don't worry. Oh, gather info on a character by selecting all the correct clues. For each section, there is a specific number of clues to select.
Let's look at Frank's drug deals during the week of the party.
Okay.
Frank's account book. But the client names are encrypted.
Okay.
Frank is for sure the local dealer, but I doubt Rachel was carrying drugs for him. Right?
David Madsen and Nathan Prescott have both come to my office to warn me that Rachel Amber has been a drug mule, in Mr. Madsen's talk radio terminology, acting as a front for another local dealer. Considering Rachel's exemplary status, I told David that I would need more concrete proof, and he promised he had more to show. I really don't know what Rachel was doing with the bag of pharmaceuticals. Because if I remember correctly, that's what it was. She had a bag of illegal, like, pharmaceutical drugs. Whether she got those from Frank and she was going to give them out as party favors, or whether she got them, bearing in mind that Rachel came from quite a wealthy family, she could have gotten those and she was planning on giving them to Frank. Like, I don't know with Rachel. I really don't know.
Maybe Rachel took a road trip with Frank, but she did come back. So weird how close they were. But Frank couldn't keep Rachel. Or protect her.
Rachel was a free spirit. No one could own her. Not truly.
There's no doubt she loved him in some way.
Yeah, Frankie B, hope you read this first thing in the morning. Sorry about last night. I was being a monstrous bitch and took it out on you. And poor Pompidou. There's a lot of weird shit going on in my life, and sometimes I feel like I'm never going to get out of Arcadia Bay. Thank God for you. You're one of the best things I have here, and I smile when I think of us together. Let's just drive out of here forever. Love you always, Rachel Amber. I've said this before and I'll say this again. I think Rachel, she desperately wanted to get out of Arcadia Bay, and so she targeted people that she felt she could manipulate into taking her away. I guess she didn't have the confidence to leave on her own. You know, because she was at least 18, I believe. She could have just left. There was no one stopping her from just leaving, from buying a bus ticket and going. But I guess she maybe felt like, oh, I'll never make it on my own. I need someone else with me. Here's the thing, I don't think she would have stayed with Frank or with Chloe. She would have left with them, spent maybe a few months getting on her feet, and then she would have ditched the pair of them. I don't think Rachel's affections for Frank or Chloe were even remotely genuine. I think they were completely self-serving.
So, what happened to Rachel after this? She dumped Frank, but I don't think he would hurt her.
I will say, I do think Frank genuinely loved Rachel. I think his feelings for Rachel were sincere, just like I think Chloe's feelings for Rachel were sincere. But Rachel, she was using the pair of them. Frank, that was not cool what you did, and don't blame the drugs. You actually scared me, and I thought you'd never chill out. I've never seen you act that way, and the next time will be the last. I'm a Leo, and we don't look back. I care about you, us, so maybe we need to break our routine. XO, Rachel Amber.
Rot must stand for Rottweiler. That does fit Nathan. Rotten.
Chihuahua is Katie. Once again, I don't think this is Kate Marsh, because the only people who have ever referred to Kate as Katie was Victoria, when she was trying to convince Mr. Jefferson that she and Kate were closer than they actually were. You know, like, oh, I'm so sad that Katie tried to jump off the roof, and Jefferson was like, Katie, I didn't realize you were that close. Like, I think this is a different Katie. I don't think it's Kate Marsh. Also, I like that his cypher is dog names or dog breeds. That's good. Bobtail Miss Fancy Car. I mean, that could be Miss Grant, but again, how likely is it that Miss Grant would be buying drugs off of Frank? Sheba is Nacho, Husky is Joseph, Greyhound is Mick, Dachshund is Stella. Stella, if you remember, because a lot of these are people from the school, Stella's the really studious girl with the pink tracksuit top. She wears glasses, she's got kind of brown colour skin, brown hair that's tied back in a ponytail, I believe. You might find that surprising that, like, oh shit, Stella's buying drugs from Frank. If I remember correctly, she's buying coke to use as a study aid. Because Stella isn't a party animal. Max makes multiple comments throughout the game that, like, oh, Stella's so studious, she never goes to parties, like, she's, like, this massive nerd, effectively. Stella's just using coke as a study aid so that she can escape her abusive family. I think that's Stella's storyline. I seem to remember her mentioning something at the end of the game about her having an abusive dad, something like that. So, Golden is Simon. Labrador is Logan. That's one of the jock bros. German Shepherd is Steve. Rottweiler is Nathan. Boxer is Stifler. Beagle is Justin. Bulldog is Chloe. Yorkshire is Bruce. Pug is Johnny. Chow is Nicholas. Poodle is Glenn. And Wolf is Tonk. Nice. Now, considering we need two things, I think it's pretty safe to assume we need the cypher and the logbook. And...
Yes, the game is on. Now, talk to us, account book. Tell us everything.
However, we shall have to examine the logbook in the next episode. So, until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.